take care of business when business comes your way, but can you find ways to, you know, at least hold up against another strong respawn team? We're about to find out. We're on Den Hardpoint for the Riyadh Falcons taking on the LA Thieves. Let's get it on.
And the best way to basically capitalize on hard points versus the Falcons is by beating them in the fundamental aspect. When you force them to be on the back foot, to break some of these hard points, that's when you can catch them lacking. So Thieves need to be a step ahead here on the opening den. 20 seconds remaining at the P1. You cleared out house, you dominate all the mid-map control, and this time technically is going to be yours because Falcons are hitting the long routes for P2.
Scrap's gotten a read on this. He saw X did cross through tin already, and that's going to confirm that position. Kismet out of top window, though, does find a win, forces HyDra's hand at couches as he's trying to hold spawns as best he can. Great stun, gives him a chance at an even gunfight versus Kismet. The tracking is just a touch better. So now LA will get a rooftop spawn before P2 opens, but they've got numbers. Falcons going to take a little bit of a pause, hit a beat, and see if they can just
set up basically unbreakable. aBeZy with the frag finds the opening kill, but it's Exit and Kismet flying on in, getting the trades to at least apply the pressure in towards the P2. Last man standing in Cellium, and Falcons get the break.
Yeah, really nice moment right there from Riyadh. That little contest that you saw on the staircase had LA kind of all panicking, like, oh, they're hitting through couches. Wait, no, they're not. Where are they? And that moment of split indecision allows the Falcons to crack the code break on in. 20 seconds to fight. But now from the front, LA, 3 straight eliminations, have them with the numbers, and they will finish off Cellium, the last Falcon standing for the scrap time. So great P2 for LA, and a 50-50 rotation over to 3 on the way.
Yeah, now Falcons have the numbers off the rotation because Kismet finds the first gunfight. So now you want to overextend a little bit in towards Dojo, but you don't clear out those corners, and HyDra makes you pay for it. He's able to pop a double, but it's still going to be Falcons off the rotation in the time early. All of these
attempt for LA to stack up from Dojo side. Pred going to wait for one more point of contact before the Falcons try to take over Dojo.
What are we waiting for?
And a little bit of caution, I was about to say. It's just they're anticipating the LA hit. Finally, it develops, and that's 3 straight eliminations for Riyadh. They should push this out now, and they will. 2 more players will spawn pillars. Actually, 3 will. Bit surprising, I would say, but Cellium's got himself set up with a trophy system to receive this next hit if it does come for LA.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays right there from the Thieves that definitely caught me off guard, because you had Nium just basically put his controller down in the middle of the map, had one player spawn right next to him, and then eventually you go for the push, and it gets shut down. So perfect plays don't sometimes work out, and now Falcons are going to make you pay for it. They're chaining the ending of that P3 now to the P4 because they had the roto.
Couple of kills though from the front, shuts down the outer rooftop and the interior small room play. Kismet is in trouble, has to back away. Very wisely values his life and will rejoin the Falcons over at Dragon. HyDra will be isolated. 4v3 now over to the top of the hard point. Nium the first point of contact here for LA. Scrap shut down the pinch from Kismet, so the numbers will turn back over in favor of LA for a moment. 3 in a row for Nium, but the spawns are close for Riyadh. Trying to set up one more break attempt, but Nium's got the perfect angle. He's on 4 in a row, and the Falcons are scrambling with 30 left in the hill.
Yeah, even with the spawns, you can't get in. This crossfire's being set up out of the Thieves and way too strong for you to apply pressure through the back door. So now you're banking off the respawn. Stuns and nades can make this job a little bit easier, but you still haven't found Nium in any one of these engagements. The trade goes in, but Hellstorm already earned, and Thieves have been able to manage a fantastic P4 hold for the front. You usually don't see that.
That's shut down, and that's a perfect feed for the Falcons, now earning some good time on P1.
And look at the information that Pred is giving. You know you have Kismet in a position hard blocking towards Dragon, so you know you are forcing Thieves all through mid-cut or through broken. And this is now going to draw Nium's hand with the Hellstorm. Tries to give his teammates some space to work with, and that space works out to perfection. Scrap, aBeZy, and HyDra light up the kill feed. The break is good for P1 time.
Cellium still keeps his 4 spree alive until Nium's able to get the read, take the shutdown, and force the Falcons to hit through rooftops. Kismet had the first shots onto Scrap, but Exit was there for his trade. Nice shots onto HyDra. Exit continues to impress on these really key 1v1 fights. He's had a great stage so far for the Falcons in Hardpoint, and that will allow Riyadh to own the spawns and the opening time at 2.
Yeah, they have it basically on a lockdown setup because look how far pushed out there. It seems like no one is watching couches, so HyDra just walks on in for free. You're going to overwhelm them with the pressure. Cellium still finds a kill, but it's the numbers for Thieves, the spawns for Thieves, and the break, and the hill time also their way.
Very odd moment right there for Falcons. You had someone who spawned up a little bit outside of garages, went over towards the overload point at the bottom of the map to rewrap the staircase at arches, and all that focus over towards hole and couches allows LA to find a couple of straight kills and turn that into a spawn flip, plus now the hill. 20 seconds to fight for. HyDra able to shut down Pred in the corner through the couch entryway. One more to grab. Falcons scrambling over towards P3, and as Kismet drops, LA will hold the lead with 10 seconds to soak a scrap.
Nium off the rotation, but he can't find the opening fight. aBeZy quickly trying to play the trade, but bullets go down. Team fire set him up for Exnit finding his second kill. So rotation again in favor of the Falcons over towards the P3, but the initial fight goes to scrap.
But the setup is all from the front. Falcons has Exnit watching the long pitch. Everyone else just holding lanes from the front entryway. Pred in some trouble here. Gets turned around by aBeZy, who's responded to by Exnit. Last one to find, and his scrap was low on health. Exnit will turn that into the final double to keep the Falcons in the hardpoint. 30 seconds to fight. LA trying to set up. A big moment in this match is we'll see how the Falcons calm through it.
To the. Maintain these spawns. Maintain the spawns. I spawn out.
Dragon on me. I'm dead. Two dragons.
Oh, dead. Ah, go on the back, bro. That's blue. All blue. Yeah, all that blue. aBeZy, I'm bro. aBeZy, watch out.
Dojo, scrap.
Dojo, scrap. Dojo, scrap. He's backed up. Yeah, John. Here we go, head on.
Send deep.
Wait, he's here. No one blue.
He's one shot, one bullet. Nice.
I don't see the patio, guys. One front.
Still. Dead.
Small, one shot aBeZy.
I'm one shot at
Small, dead. I'm on
He's on the tree. One's outer, one's on the tree.
I need one top. Nice.
Back dead.
Yeah, go. Back up. I need back up.
They're flipping.
High game. HyDra wants weak front. Go dead. I'm getting in front. I'm blocking the back. I'm blocking the back.
I'm gonna need help.
Have spawn. I'm doubling Tommy kids.
Dying outer. Outer, weak. Two.
I need help, guys.
I turn to
One
BZ.
shot. Absolute three. Nice.
Last guy. Looking for Ernie. I'm gonna wrap a big cut.
Love blue. I'm wrapping mid cut. Let's get mid cut.
I'm going deep.
We should maybe all pinch, bro. Maybe one go top blue. I'll pinch.
Really cool moment at the end of that listen and kind of hearing the comms like maybe we should all pinch, and all of a sudden Cell says sure, I'll go rooftops. You guys head over towards Dojo. Exnit's the only player from the front and he takes down two. So yes, LA is still in the hard point, but the macro play from Riyadh works out as executed.
Yeah, I'm loving the communication on the side of Falcons and the quarterback play from Ped, because he was the guy who gave them an opportunity to get any time off of that P4. And now with just the communication flowing, Falcons are keeping themselves into the mix. Only 15 seconds remaining at the P1. Exnit continues to shine in this mode. And now you have the rotations that you want over towards P2. You just need one more fight to go your way, and Pred finds it.
Oh, but wait, quick contest on the way from the rooftops as LA are on their way with three. Cellium in some trouble, looking for help from the couches play. That's Kismet who is there. Kismet will give you the double. Final shutdown was back, starting to develop possibly a move for spawns, but Kismet from the fronts on 4 to the pistol, doesn't need it. Exit and Cellium locking everything down, and Riyadh now grow their lead with 35 seconds to fight.
What a beautiful play right there from Kismet, because he knows his teammate just lost the back spawn, so let me be the aggressor and potentially catch him off guard towards the front, and that now leads to the rest of this time in favor of the Falcons. Playmakers making big time plays, and that's not going to help the situation with the team nade, because that leads to a break for the Thieves for the final 20.
But Exnit still comes away with two. Great cook nade. Follow up on aBeZy. Perfect. Last one left alive inside the hard point is HyDra, and he will find a couple to slow down the rotation for Riyadh to 3. Although to be fair, it really is just Nium versus Exnit here for now. And Exnit will sit and wait. Who's the members in and around the hill leads to the Falcons flooding from the front.
Yeah, but you're still in a position to hold this down, because Falcons didn't have the spots that they wanted to instantly come off the respawn as soon as that Hellstorm gets invested to try to hold this one down. LA Thieves off the back of HyDra, locking down mid-map, able to secure 3, and now Falcons forced to find a break, but they know they can't lose here. So you can see Pred on your mini-map developing on some routes. He's able to find a kill, put himself back into the play.
Wow, and he gets himself a second onto scrap, but HyDra has been the bailout for Thieves. 36 and 26. 5 in a row. Give him number 6, and the hardpoint time may give him a late Hellstorm
Corner towards top plat, because this is where the pressure's coming from.
Stun reveals his position, but aBeZy still able to find 1+ damage onto another. HyDra, He's been so key for the Thieves. He gets shut down, and you see it. Falcons will spawn right up into position, so they're going to find an opportunity to get the guns up and break from behind. aBeZy, he's had a slow map, but he's able to open up some space for one. HyDra following behind. Good damage, but doesn't get Extid completely taken care of. Scrap looking for the kill. Not able to find Extid either. What a double from Extid. aBeZy shut down. Nium's got nowhere to go. Pred going to try to chow him out with the SMG. No, not quite. It's HyDra's going to call the Hellstorm to see if he can pause the game at 240 to 244.
And no one trades Nium, so he's able to find one impactful kill. And unfortunately, a team kill goes down with the Hellstorm, and Falcons still have the spawn. They take the lead. They can win it.
HyDra not able to bail them out this time around. Kismet for 3. Pistol out. He's going to find the final punch, and it's the Falcons taking map number 1.
And having Nium with that sniper in hand. Just allowing your superstars to be superstars. And already into this round, the aggression is looking like it's going to be the key, because you're instantly taking away B site.
Yeah, but look at the route that was hit by Pred. He clears out, well, most of mid, and that should have been enough information to say that, nope, they're not going A. It should be a B play, but the extra route into Art costs him his life, and now it's a 4v3 post plant quickly for LA.
Yeah, no need to give someone an opportunity potentially at a kill. And Cellium, yeah, he doesn't really like to use the snipe, and that's because the easy shots are sometimes the most difficult. 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah, aBeZy is just playing whack-a-mole inside the pool off this post plant, just seeing if anyone's going to try to chow around the backside. Extid gets through, finds himself one, but the pistol out for Nium will shut things down. So quick round for range from Scrap, but Extid gets a nice shoulder, finds the info, gets the first blood, and the Falcons are saying, all right, let's just stay away from Scrap and take our numbers to B.
Yeah, I was super excited to see aBeZy in that spot. Just thinking, all right, maybe the first blood king is going to try to set the tone with his pacing, but he just gets caught once that smoke grenade dissipates. And now Nium across the map is able to find one with the pistol, but no one watched the mid-map counter. Kismet with the flank finds a double. Now Scrap technically in a 1v3 makes it a 1v2.
Yeah, that's a big first for Scrap. Gives himself a chance, but the post plant is set up for basketball, so this becomes immensely difficult for Scrap to break down. Holds for a moment to see if he can catch any info. None to be gained. And now we're on for the Michael Phelps breaststroke. Trying to sneak up the challenge basketball. This first one is everything. He's able to find a lot of cell, but doesn't win the gunfight, and Falcons have a quick response. Freedom comes by way of taking care of aBeZy and knowing that there's no one else further forward than him. So, first blood tallied quickly. HyDra, this round, gonna go for the quick aggressive plant again for the Thieves. Falcons will be aware of this. Off angle for Kismet, he finds one. That isn't necessarily fully job done, but it makes life easier for this play through mid, and Pred's able to find you the second kill of the round. Nium, wow, pistol shots were good versus Cell, but he gets the hot swap off, and Nexnid is able to track down Scrap before he can make a mess. Hard to tell. Nades to back jungle, won't land. Nium, I believe his scope was seen, and yep, Pred's able to find one. Long route on the way though from HyDra, gives him a couple. Scrap follows up, and now Kismet's got to take care of both on opposite angles. Deals with a little bit of damage under the first. The bomb is planted, so Kismet has to play off of. Scrap seen up close. But just cannot find that angle. Did try to play a post plant with aggression through laundry, but doesn't work out. Nium sniping, should have an opportunity here. Misses the first shot. HyDra trying to follow with aBeZy, and the second shot for Nium does land onto Kismet. How key that is. Opportunity for more. Nium at low health, taking the ego chow for it, but LA will back off and take their 3v2 post plant.
Yeah, numbers advantage. Let's just keep the numbers on our side and get the bomb down today, because we already have laundry. Scrap with some great shoulders. Gathers a lot of information they're trying to retake from mid, so let me just pop myself on a head glitch.
Cellium seen for free, and Scrap, yep, that's no problem. After they're seeing the shots come through, it's an easy fight.
That's what you want to see out of those guys who have been outstanding in Search and Destroy for so many years with their aggression. To just set the tone and allow the play to come to them. But now this is where you switch it up and have someone watching the pinch. HyDra gets shut down, first blood Falcons.
Yeah, this is that measured aggression where we're still getting up to B early. But nice shot back in response for Nium. Stops the exit to the post plant, but the numbers still stay with the Falcons. 3v2. Scrap sees Cellium at top. More damage onto Pred, but the follow-up is good, and now Nium has to pistol whip the first, is able to do so. Cell gonna try to take the angle away. Nium does find himself an AR, and whoa, Cell got a workout there, but had the health advantage, and that's all he needs.
Set up here, slowing down the game.
Yeah, just a touch, and whoa, Nium versus Cellium. That snipe battle may determine, but wait a second. Do you expect that Kismet's still gonna play through water here? No, you do not. He's able to find one. Does he turn in time to find HyDra? Yes, he does. Big double for Kismet, turns the tides. Exnid wins the 1v1 on the scrap at mid as well. So now you're wondering where in the world has aBeZy gone? He's usually up in the play early, and now he's the last one standing as he's able to take down the first in this 1v3.
Now, you know Falcons had the bomb down information at that B site, so this one becomes more difficult for aBeZy. They're gonna elect to give up that information. No, just wrap back over towards bedroom. Yes, to gun someone out of their socks to stand a chance here.
Well, the high-low setup is not an easy one. Pred's gonna get the read, take away the angle, damage is out, easy follow-up. So the Falcons, late, or at this point, mid-round flanks. And everything will just kind of back up and reset, but the Thieves are still feeling the pressure that was established at B and are going to rewrap basketball to see if they can get into some sort of a defensive stance around the site.
They're going to completely give up A. And Falcons aren't going to waste any time getting this objective down. So now you know, if you are LA, the play is not at B. Can we put ourselves in position to spot anyone off the exit?
HyDra taking damage. You need to re-clear out laundry. It's just easier said than done, though. 3 guns up, and the Falcons will back off, using the clock as a 4th ally here. aBeZy's able to clear out one side of laundry, but getting out of the window and through the staircase is a different story, and Pred's found damage on the scrap. Cellium holding a corner will get a second. HyDra was looking for the late wrap to see if he can maybe deter this Falcons post plant setup, but there's really nowhere to go. Impressive shots, but not enough to get the job done. The Falcons
as comfortable as ever here at game point.
Yeah. HyDra moving quickly with the bomb. Seen, dealt with. Just not enough help to stop that early peek from top laundry window. And Kismet once again making the play. Long route on the way. If you're the Falcons, just do not drop. Allow Kismet to find a freebie here and likely win the round. Oh, damage out, but doesn't finish the kill into Nium. And meanwhile, Scrap does get the plant off, so this gives LA a chance in the 3v4.
Yeah, but someone has to bail them out. Because their setup right now is just relying on just one player popping a double. aBeZy, unfortunately, is going to get caught 4v2.
Yeah, and Scrap, he's going to have to double down, and he does, but Cellium is able to get one with the pistol. Problem is, Nium's attention was turned, and it's just an easy collapse there.
Scores everything.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We'll see how the break-off looks. Cellium working on a long route as Kismet will find first blood. Wow, this is great for Falcons. Wow. Holy cow, dude. That is a perfect break-off. Kismet tagged up, but the route will allow him a chance to regen.
Causing mayhem. Cellium finessing, trying to jump us up towards top blue corner. Doesn't matter. I'm still sitting at 4-0. We have the EMP in our possession. All of LA Thieves playing off of the back foot, and Cellium's just looking to catch more timings, but can't get the better of aBeZy. But you might still have a chance at a score.
Wow, the pistol works out for Pred. He hasn't been traded as of yet. HyDra does eventually get that elimination. Exit was thinking about forcing the issue, but instead decides to value the position on the map instead. Really well done by Exnid, who's getting some help now from Cell. That will continue to allow him to run rampant as the EMP is picked up again. And Riyadh are absolutely dumpstering on the Thieves right now. Nium and Scrapper are combined 2 and 11.
In favor of the Falcons. Exnid is finally gonna fall, so you can take a breath of fresh air, but not for long because you still have Kismet behind enemy lines, and this is what I'm talking about with leader's advantage. You know that you're losing a couple gunfights. Let's just try to stay alive in some corners, and you clear it all out if you're LA, so a scoring chance now.
Next, they just tried to find timing to cut out a top green, shut down the EMP, give the defense a chance to get into position, but it's not going to work out, and all of a sudden, that's a wake-up call for the Thieves. Right back into this map all of a sudden as HyDra's looking for the relay. Big shutdown from Exnid up top, but will it make a difference? Because HyDra wins the pistol battle, and just like that, all of the early damage by the Falcons have been countered, and we're looking at a 2-2 count with the Thieves still putting aggression. I would have loved to have seen that Kismet perspective right there, because you know you've got Scrap down low. I think a lot of people would have been focusing on him, but you also are able to track down the EMP carrier before you find the elimination, and here's the quick counter attack. Nium is able to get 3 through mid-map, almost the quad feed. Cellium shuts down that clip. and then eventually gets shut down in his own right. So 2:10 on the clock. We have been fast and furious here in the overload.
Oh, no.
As Xdid wins a 1v1 away from everybody else. That's the EMP carrier down as a quick grab and
Over towards Motel. You are overwhelming them with pressure through the backside of the trains, and that should be another score coming in unless Pred single-handedly stops you. Another goal line stop there for the Falcons.
Just enough help from Cellium, who came back into the play through mid-map. Kismet looking to double down, caught on sprint. Moment of save potential there for LA, and HyDra will confirm that. Wow, let's take a breath, friends.
aBeZy finds the opening too. Can you find the rest to clear out to get your sign score? But you don't. Watch the middle of the map, and Cellium almost gets the better for the 4-piece. And now, even though Xdid finds that final kill, he is now the lead blocker. Falcons on the attack. They're trying to commit over towards B. 2 kills go their way, and the other 2 guys are out of play. We're going quickly ahead of time, but Scrap gets a spawn. It doesn't matter. This should be a score.
Should be, especially with Xdid still manipulating spawns over towards Xdid. Is going to put a lot of Saudi Arabian-based players on notice, because we've seen it. King Abadi and Roxas and QK and Nox and Gentle, like all the guys that are in the Challenger system are also improving. And wow, I mean, this has been an unbelievable stage of qualifiers from Xdid. 18 and 13. LA trying to get some zone of control to get back into this map, though.
They have playing control. They find 2 kills as well to go their way. Scrap leads with a double, and that's all 4 dead. So Thieves quickly get score number 3 on the board, and now Falcons can now be felt with his impact. Another stop there for LA, but enough of wasting time over towards Motel. Let's wrap it back to plane.
Trying for it, but Xdid is right there to at least meet one and put some damage in to slow down the rotation for the Thieves. Mid-map control currently in the name of Riyadh. 2 players holding over towards wall side, but a little bit too wide of a swing there.
Pinch, you better go.
Allows a pinch to now have to develop, but Kismet gets shut down, and now you've got numbers developing for the front if you're the Thieves. Cell gives you the opener. Xdid able to turn it into a couple. Nice transfer as he finds the EMP carrier plus an extra.
Minute and 40 left to work with. And Cellium just keeps on winning these one-on-ones all around the map. You're consistently slowing down the play from LA. They recover the EMP for now, but you're not willing to give up that first blood. Scrap's able to find it. You're going to send it if you are HyDra. Don't even give your team a chance there. And 3 go dead in the feed. Falcons now in control.
Now have some good map control. Scrap has worked his way up through mid shops, and you've got the plane Heady locked up by Nium.
But as long as you keep on finding trades if you're the Falcons, it's going to be an easy stop. Once again, it's Kismet this time around with the turn and burn onto Nium. And time is starting to get away from LA. 35 seconds left to go. You got HyDra trying to work on this pinch route, but instead of thinking about the EMP, I'm more focused on the kill over towards Motel. Now Falcons, all the aggressors.
Trying for it, but Cell will be the last Falcon standing. He's able to find one. Damage onto Scrap. What can Nium do through mid? Nothing. Pred's right there to cover. Kismet in some trouble, but looking for toes to shoot at. Great nade. Lands right into the Bulldog's back pocket. Doesn't tag him, though. He slips up and now is in a position to hold this defensively. Look at Pred's position, trying to work behind this play. But here comes the full fluff for the Thieves from the front. Scrap is able to get there in the nick of time. We're going to get a little bit of overtime. And the follow-up gunfights, though. Oh, it's this maybe the worst possible timing. You get to overtime. You can't exit after the score gets you to overtime, and now it's just down to HyDra for the 1v3.
Yeah, and all he has to do is just put himself in a position to potentially keep the EMP safe, because Falcons aren't going to move from their corners.
It's going to be 1 for free on Cell. But where are the rest of the Falcons? And HyDra is going to see if maybe he can bait the EMP to see if Riyadh will go for it.
It's no need.
They will not. There's absolutely no need, and you got 2 world champions on the other side who are going to trust that comm. And HyDra may have been seen. Yeah, now he has. Kismet going to go first by playing down low. Pred going to watch him over the top. And HyDra will drop. Oh, man.
Spotlight. We've got Cellium, the GOAT. Dude, I got to ask the question I've been wondering since we started S&D. You pick up the sniper for a round, and then you drop it, and you just laser the sniper every time. Talk to me about the decision-making process.
I mean, I was missing every snipe, so I was like, fuck this, I'm pulling the AR, you know? So I started beaming with it.
Yeah, you know, we're sitting back there wondering, like, why doesn't MC just slide and square with the sniper?
I'm trying, but it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but you figured it out. Yeah, you know, sticking with the S&D thing because that's been the struggle for you guys. In this one, I noticed, you know, Kismet's not sniping anymore, and he's playing way more aggressive. What has that done for you guys in the game mode?
Yeah, I mean, our whole mindset just making Kiz free because he's probably like the best S&D player on our team. So that's our whole mindset on it. Just it's having him go rogue, you know?
Yeah.
MC, I want to ask you guys about your pace because it's noticeably picked up over the past couple of weeks. And I think the only team I can compare it to is kind of Miami. Heretics play at a pace like that, and you two are the only two teams. Is that difficult in this game? Like, can you, like, to play fast and how uncomfortable it can be?
It's honestly situational, to be honest. Like, you can play fast, slow. Like, it depends on the situation. But for our team, I like our team because I feel like we have like the perfect pace. Like, Shuit's flying around, Kismet's playing ratty, AD's, you know, in the dirty corner, and I'm just like doing my thing. So it's easy.
Yeah, great thoughts there. I think my last question for me is just, what were the comms like today, or the vibes like today versus earlier this weekend? Loss versus a win. What were the vibes like today?
I mean, always the same, to be honest. Like, our whole team's going hard. That's the best thing about our team is the passion we have. No matter what, our team's going to go hard, so.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Congratulations, Cellium. That's a big win. That's going to help you out a lot in our standings going into the last week of qualifiers. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Cheers, Cellium.
Yeah.
That dude shoots like a laser beam.
You know, I'm looking at it, and I think in this stage, yeah, MC beat all of his ex-teammates.
Oh!
1-1. There you go, MC. He's feeling good right now.
Feeling fantastic.